Hello, how are you? The coolness is staying here, but then, as you can see, some of the symbols of the new coming springs are everywhere. So just to take your time to find them so that you will feel better. But of course, some people love the cold weather. So those people exception. Well, today's idioms. The first one is to get lost. It means simply to lose one's direction or to become lost, cannot find where to go. Do you have such an experience? I do, many of them, especially when I was young, but also even after growing up. Embarrassingly, that happens quite often today. My goodness. Sometimes I don't have good sense of directions. Well, some people are like that, and I'm one of them. Okay, to get lost, for example, okay, while looking for the right platform to get on a Shinkansen train, to go to, well, for example, the northern part of Honshu Island in Japan, I got lost. And I was nearly getting panicky in Tokyo Central Station. That place is huge, and there are many people, many shops and stores, and many platforms, and many different kind of public JR public lines, or I would say JR line company lines, as well as Tokyo City lines, private train lines, and it's just so confusing. My goodness. So every time when I have to go to Tokyo, I feel like, oh my gosh, I'd better get it right. So I usually leave home much earlier so that I have some leeway or time to allow myself to get lost for a while. Okay. Second example. For example, let's say my stepfather used to get lost every time when he tries to come back to my apartment from shopping, and it's just about the less than a 10-minute walk from the nearest train station, but he always some reason did that. So it was kind of difficult to look for him after waiting for so long. But I guess I just irritated that kind of thing from him. I don't know. And that used to happen. That's why he was alive and used to visit with me every year for about a few weeks to sometimes a few months of the year. Okay, the second idiom is to hold up or hold up. There are two meanings mainly. One is to rub at the point of a gun, for example, right? And the other one is to delay. For example, the thieves held up the owner and robbed him of everything. So that's probably they had a gun or pistol to scare him or frighten him, to hold him up, right? The second one is, for example, okay, traffic on the bridge was held up for several days because of the missile attacks. You know what is happening during the war? Sometimes they try destroying the bridge connecting one place to another, or one city to another, or one even country to another, so that they cannot, you know, going back and forth. So they would attack the bridge. And then when it happened, all those automobiles, the trucks, and cars, even motorcycles, even pedestrians, workers, cannot go. So they were held up. Okay, today's words. The first one is observant. That's usually we use adjective. Of course, it can be a noun too, but usually we say, for example, a lady who was observer joined my class, and she shouldn't speak up in the class because she joined us to just try out the class. So she was observer, but she actively started to come into the class, started to speak out, started to make private questions, and started to mess everything up. So the class was greatly disturbed by her, and especially my students were very disturbed, and I was too. Sometimes it happens when you're teaching the classes. Okay. Another word is identify. It means recognize as being or show to be, or it to be, or a certain person or a thing, or put to be. That's the same thing or same person. For example, okay, well, my cousin identified it was his girlfriend in the crowd at Los Angeles airport, for example. There's so many people, but just one glimpse. Oh, that's my friend. Identify. Okay, another one is, for example, numerous witnesses identified the person as the killer. The last word for today is migrate. It means move from one place to another. For example, the strawberry pickers migrate wherever they could find work in California. They are temporary workers, not a permanent. Okay, the last word is, for example, I migrate to Los Angeles from Paris in 1979 or something like that. All right, that's all for today. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.